Okay, so first up here we have the banknote stamps, and so all these guys were printed by the banknote companies. There was the American, the National, and the Continental banknote companies, and basically the U.S. government contracted them to print stamps. And that was the case up until, I think, the late 1880s, I think, or maybe the early 1890s. And then after that, the Bureau of Printing and Engraving took over, and they printed stamps that looked really similar, but one way that you can just easily, really quickly tell the difference is, see if I can get this to focus better. Nah, not really. Up in the corner, the banknote stamps will be blank, and the Bureau of Printing and Engraving stamps will have this little triangle. And so yeah, I have these Washingtons here, pretty straightforward. There are a couple different variations of Washington. And then next up we have the Columbian commemoratives, and these are from 1893, and it was actually the first commemorative set of stamps, of American stamps. So that's neat. Everything before it had been standard issue, and basically the difference between standard issue and commemorative is that commemorative, there's pretty much just one printing of them. They'll print them for like 1 year and then just stop. And then the other thing is that, as the name might indicate, they commemorate something. So in this case, it commemorates Columbus's discovery of America. So yeah. Anyway, next up, okay, so these, I have the 1 cent and the 2 cent. And I'm really not that interested in completing the set because I'm not that into Christopher Columbus. I don't think anybody nowadays really is. But the other reason why I'm not going to complete the set is because they cost a lot of money, especially the expensive ones, the $2 and the $5. I think the $5 around $1,500 now, and that's just way out of my price range. Actually, the way that I get all these stamps is just on the weekends. I really like to go to garage sales and just kind of, poke around, rummage around, see what's out there. And one of the questions that I always ask is, whether or not they have any stamps. And if they do, and if they're willing to sell them for a good price, then I'll just go ahead and buy a book and take it home and see what I can find. So I really don't like paying even just the regular price for anything really. Okay, so next up we got these guys, and this is actually one of my favorite commemorative sets. This is, I only have one, sadly, and actually none of these break $40. There are 6 total, I believe, and so you never know. One day I might actually splurge and get the whole set. But basically, this is from 1901. It was the Pan American Exhibition. Between this guy and the Columbian Exposition, there was the Trans-Mississippi Exhibition, and those really aren't that interesting to me. But I love these guys right here. The other ones have like some boats, and I think one of them has a early automobile. It's the year 1901, and they're basically celebrating, I think, technological progress. So yeah, I love the way they're made. I think they look really beautiful. And then next, we go back to the standard issues, and basically this is the first time when you have like a major change in the design on the standard issues. Up till then, they had all looked like this, And I think people just kind of thought that these were just a little bit too ornate looking, and they didn't last very long. They were only out for about 6 or 7 years. They printed them, I think. Got another Washington there, and then this sort of variation on the Washington right down here. And then we have this little guy right here. And let me read that there. Is that the Panama Canal? Is that what that's commemorating? I'm not really that interested, but it's one that wound up in my stuff. So that's cool. That's the it's the banknote companies and the early Bureau of Printing and Engraving.